Brodes Media.
Wow, Sixers hoops, ladies and gentlemen, Sixers hoops. Before we talk about VJ Edgecombe and the greatness that was, all your favorite NBA players are back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. New customers bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code BRODES. That's code BRODES. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass. Plus, get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto-renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Holy hell. That was ridiculous. What VJ Edgecombe just did. For 40-plus minutes on the road against your biggest rival, with Joel Embiid playing like crap, my man just balled. What a dog. That first quarter set the tone for what type of night it was going to be. Not afraid to let it fly from deep, cashing in. He was gross. 7 boards. Winning the jump ball late, making winning plays, gritty basketball when needed. Unbelievable. I don't even know how to consume that. I really don't. I expected him to be super fun, incredibly athletic, so damn enjoyable, a personality we can rally behind, but one of the greatest NBA debuts in the history of the league? Nah. Not like that. I didn't think it would go down like that. And to secure the win, I think it's extremely important too. You have that same effort and you lose, you go, all right, well, that was fun. No. Get the fucking win. Win that fucking game. And it's a shame that his second trip to the free throw line late, he missed a pair because of him drilling the pair with about 14 seconds left after that Oubre 3 to take the lead. And Oubre was pissing me off throughout the game. Grimes was pissing me off throughout the game as well. But, man, Oubre comes up large. Embiid was pissing me off, too, to be fair. But I just don't know what to expect from Embiid at this point. We never really thought that he would even participate this quickly. I didn't. Then you saw him play in that last preseason game, and you wondered, all right, I guess we're here. But, I don't know. I'm going to spend a lot of my energy today on the fun side of things. And truth be told, the way that I entered this season was this. I never really got an opportunity yet to sit down with you and preview the big picture approach for Sixers hoops this campaign. And the truth is, no expectation. I'm here to enjoy the sport because last year I was robbed of everything. I literally would see the starting lineup tweeted out, and I had to Google 7 names to see who the hell they were, where they came from, and anything about them. Then I would watch 8 minutes, puke, it would be horse manure, and then I'd realize I got other things to do in life. I mean, I pretty much didn't even get a chance to watch a sport I love at all. And while I don't want to remove expectations because I want a championship bad, I want to compete in an East that's kind of broken right now, or I should say wide open to some level. But early here, let me just embrace the fun adrenaline rush of youth and newness. And where it takes me, it takes me. We'll see when we get to certain thresholds, game 20, game 25, when we have more data. Hey, when McCain can return and then you get an added layer to the backcourt and you get another young stud that, who knows? He could be right there doing the same exact thing. And then you got a three-headed monster of young bloods just dominating the backcourt and scoring points at will because they all seem to have one common denominator, and it's that work ethic. It's that obsession with the game, being in the gym the way Maxey is, where Doc Rivers had to yank him off the floor and say, stop, your body isn't going to handle 82 games, plus all this extra work you're putting in. You got to make sure you do the right things. You got to pull him off the floor and beg him to stop putting up shots. That's how these young kids go. That's how these three kids attack. So we have an added sweetener to Maxey dropping 40. And look, Maxey dropped 40. He hit how many threes? 7? He was outrageous. But we're sort of in a mode now where, oh, Maxey, he does that kind of thing. We're just used to it. As if that's not a huge fucking deal. But when you get VJ just getting shot out of a damn cannon, doing things all over the floor, his length, his athleticism, everywhere, then he's following up a putback dunk. I swear to God, his body was 5 feet past the rim and past the backboard, but he still managed a way to get both hands on the ball and put it back in. He's going to have 1 billion dunks this season that's going to blow your mind. He's incredible. And a few other pieces I liked. I'm all in on Barlow. Oh, give me the work ethic, the hard work, grind it out guy. Go grab some old boards, right? And there was someone else who was, Jabari Walker as well. I'm not going to act like I know every little tiny part of their game. I'm going to learn them as they go. But those two, I like the style that they bring. I think there's some high energy and important roles that they're fulfilling there. They're working their ass off and they're bringing pain to the other team. It's like, dude, get the hell out of my face. You're a pest. I thought the first half was better for Barlow than the second half, but he had moments in there that were very influential to the outcome of the game. And yes, Embiid was awful. Here's where I am with Embiid. I think the knee is chronic. I think every day is a toss-up. It's a coin flip. When he gets out of bed, you don't know what version of Joel Embiid's knee you're going to get. And you just got to pray on that day, it's 2 thumbs up. But I personally am not going to act like this is what you get every single day from Joel. I don't think that's the case. I think we have a very, very, what's the right word here? It's not raw. The word's not raw, but we have, I don't know. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. But I think we are in this new age and new era of Joel Embiid where he still has dominant games in him. He's going to have to work his way to gear up for that. And then when we are actually there, it's an unknown on a day-to-day basis because the knee is that broken down for so long. That's my stance. Here's the kicker, though. They are set up differently where the baton was passed. Meaning, and again, it's the expectation, championship, VJ Edgecombe's a rookie who played 1 basketball game. Jared McCain has been banged up over the last few years, although his ceiling is super intriguing. But in regards to pushing this thing forward, they are more equipped to win games in different styles. And it's not about Joel Embiid dominating, and that's the only way you win is putting the ball in his hands, and everything cooks through 21. And that hurts my soul a little bit because I still am a Joel Embiidsman, and I still will appreciate him, although over the last offseason and over the last few years, there have been things that rubbed me the wrong way. But now that the roster is constructed differently and there's a lot more ammo and there's a lot more firepower distributed throughout the roster and they are built differently, I don't know if we're going to be going through the same pain and suffering. Some fans tonight, their biggest story was Embiid sucked. I don't know how that's the biggest story. I really don't. I think this was almost a new door opening. This was Nick Nurse with this new, fresh blood almost letting you in to see that there's something different sinking into the walls right now. And with Maxey calling out Embiid and saying you got to show up on time, you got to be a bigger and better leader. I mean, that could have been then and there the moment where the C got stripped off Embiid's chest and now slapped on Maxey's, and now he's popping off 40 on the road against the Boston Celtics. And make no mistake about it, beating the Celtics, even though it's this version of the Celtics, they have new ownership, they made some trades, they clearly are worrying about the finances there and trying to figure out exactly what's best for them from a contractual standpoint with some of the guys on their roster. It doesn't matter. They've been a kryptonite to us. Every time you see that stupid logo, you go in that stupid building, you hear those stupid fans, you got guys like Pritchard who kick you in the ass, you got guys that make shots late, and truth be told, it looked like there was probably going to be a buzzer beater or something that would be so gruesome, and a kick and a punch to the testicles, because that's how it always goes. But not this time. And not this time because of new faces and a new style. And I think that's a huge deal. I really do. I don't know where this goes with Paul George, where this goes with Embiid. I still think Embiid can have great days, but I think you have a different leash on him. You got to recognize, if it's one of those nights where he's dragging himself along and he looks like a slug and he's getting super tired and he's slow to get up the floor, then by all means, we're going to have to place you on the bench and figure out what we're going to run with. I'm not ruling him out, though, especially this early. I'm giving him time. The regular season, you can't say on one end of your mouth that the NBA regular season is kind of irrelevant, and then on the other side of your mouth, freak out if they lose a game in November or December with Joel Embiid playing poor. It's about, over time, allowing for this unit to establish themselves, because last year you had a 0% chance to do it, considering everybody was breaking down. Whenever someone came back, someone else got hurt, someone came back, then something got tweaked, then someone left, and then you had 7 different guys in the lineup that day and in the rotation that were literally G Leaguers, and if not worse than G Leaguers. So let this thing marinate a little bit. And the pressure, and I know he gets paid a lot and he was the quote process and blah, 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 but I think you have to recalibrate your mind with the Sixers. The whole Jimmy Butler, JJ Redick, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, that style of Sixers basketball, throw it in the trash. Put it in the paper shredder. Yes, to win a championship, you need an MVP caliber guy the way Joel Embiid has played at other times in his career when healthy, but it's different now. You have to recalibrate. You have to refresh. You have to hit a button where it sort of evaporates the past and you got to settle into the new. And I'm not telling you it's going to be perfect. I don't think VJ Edgecombe's going to drop 34 every single night. I don't think his threes are going to drop this consistently every single day. There's going to be some ups and downs, but you're going to watch something similar to what happened with Maxey. I mean, Maxey, every single year, every single game, almost every single damn possession, it seems like he's just adapting, getting better, learning, absorbing. And then now, over the last few years, he has earned himself, in my eyes, the captaincy of this locker room. That's the type of kid VJ is. That's the type of kid I think McCain is. And that's the wave. And Embiid's just a part of it now. He's not carrying you to the promised land. He's just a piece of the pie. And it's a smaller piece than in years past. And that hurts me to say. Because people have called him very aggressive things over the years. I think they've gone overboard. Now, I think it's very fair to be frustrated with Joel Embiid and some of the things we learned about him, especially with the way that he kind of was lackadaisical as a leader. But this is where we are. And I'm not sugarcoating it. It's the truth. It runs through different people now. Here's Tyrese Maxey on the road getting oohs and ahs from the opposing team. When he had those back-to-back threes, oh my God, where he's dancing, shaking, big. I thought they were playing the Boston Bruins with the way he had defenders on ice skates. He had defenders kind of gliding back 2 or 3 steps. I'm going, I didn't realize the Bees played at home tonight. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's just Maxey. Woo! Dribbling in between his legs. Ooh! A little step back and cash. Oh, it hit back iron. The net barely moved. That was just a beautiful sight. Whew. What else is beautiful is smoking an Emilio cigar after a Sixers victory. Are you kidding me? Old school roots like Dr. J. New school attitude like VJ Edgecombe. Oh, my God. Emilio Cigar, it's the best cigar to ever touch my lip and the only cigar to smoke. What you have to do if you are a cigar smoker is click the link down below in the description. You can check out all the options that Emilio Cigars have for you. And if you use the code Brodes10 at checkout, you will receive 10% off your purchase. When I tell you, a lot of the Brodes media fans that have gone this route because they're very intelligent and very smart and use their brain power, have reached out to me and said, Brodes, thank you so much for showing me what Emilio Cigars are all about, because I can't ever imagine a world where I go get cigars and I'm not purchasing Emilio. And I said, you're very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Thank you for trusting me. Right now, you must trust me as well. Go to the link, check it out, promo code Brodes10 at checkout, and join the Emilio Cigar family today. So during that late run in the fourth quarter, you get a 12-2 run late, and Oubre hits that three-pointer for the 1-point lead. This was after such a gross and pathetic third quarter where they score 18 points in the third. They couldn't buy a bucket. I'm sitting here, come on, fellas. Can we get a damn bucket? Our defense, transitionally, I'm watching guys wide open 2 feet from the basket. And truth be told, before VJ Edgecombe got to that jump ball situation, they missed 2 bunnies. They had 2 bunnies. One hit around the rim a couple times and bounced out. The other one was a little bit short, if I remember correctly, but they were right there, man. And the Celtics just couldn't execute. And I'm hoping that that was somewhat of the tide turning in this damn rivalry, because again, I'm just sick and tired of that crap on a day-to-day basis, saying something so stupid like the Celtics beating you whenever you're matched up, regardless of who's out there. I'm just glad I didn't have to see Al Horford. I watched him on the opening night on NBC, and I see the 98-year-old Al Horford, who should be in jail for stealing money from the Sixers as a double agent. I swear to God, I said it from day one when he left and went back to Boston and looked like Michael Jordan in his prime. Just kidding. I can't give him that much credit. He stinks. He's a fraud. He's a loser. He's a bum. I can't stand him. But, I mean, he should legitimately have to be in jail for at least 15 years without food and family for what he did to the Sixers. Thank God he's not wearing green anymore. But, of course, I tune in for the first time to watch NBA hoops when it was the first game of the season. And here's that stupid face, that stupid Al Horford face that I have to... Oh, my God, it's just terrible. VJ Edgecombe is third all-time for points scored in a debut behind Wilt. Come on, but Wilt had 43. Then there was 35, and then VJ Edgecombe with 34. Him and Maxey just carrying the workload. And I honestly was sitting there, and it's probably not right for me to do this because it's unfair to those two. They deserve more appreciation in the moment. But I was, throughout that first quarter, thinking to myself, I miss Jared McCain. I miss Jared McCain. And I just automatically wanted to snap my fingers and pop in a healthy Jared McCain right into this rotation to see how maybe it doesn't skip a beat. Could you imagine 3 of those guys? Did you see how quickly they're moving up and down? You see how fast Tyrese Maxey is to the rack? And my God, when are the NBA referees going to figure out that Tyrese Maxey deserves a better whistle? This guy gets abused nonstop, whether he's attacking and he doesn't get certain calls, or if he's, defending. Sometimes I think people get to take advantage of him because of his size. At some point, the resume speaks for itself. At some point, you earn those whistles. And that was always a talking point about Maxey growing and blossoming over the years, is figuring out how to get those calls, using your body for leverage, and maybe kind of putting yourself into the defender's body while you're going up to get the and one. I swear to God, he still gets disrespected for his greatness. You would think at some point the league would recognize this guy is awesome, and when you're awesome, you get the favorable whistle. Hey, that's just how it is. Luka, Tatum, over the year. Even my guy Embiid. Embiid sometimes gets the call. That's the nature of the world with the NBA. This kid, he still struggles with it, and I just feel like he's never going to get the respect. But maybe it's one of those things where that's why he's as incredible as he is, because he knows that the league still shits on him like that. He knows he still gets absolutely abused out there, and it pisses him off. I saw Barlow talk about fire, getting pissed off. This dude, he attacked Jaylen Brown. He hit the deck. He got the and one. Unfortunately, he missed the free throw. But he was sitting on his ass, and he hit one of those flexes. He was kind of talking to himself, but when you do that, it clearly is directed to the guy who was defending you. And I'm thinking, all right, here's Dominic Barlow, who's just intensely showing passion, screaming and barking in the way of a Jaylen Brown. It's game 1. We're looking for an identity. We're looking to see how scrappy this bunch could be. We know you have a role. We're looking for you to fill it. I'm just checking off some of the checklist stuff. It's going to take a while to fully understand exactly what this team is going to be all about on a night-to-night basis. But as I watch it, I got to go through my checklist, and I'm watching that, as I'm walking through some of this stuff, right? The Maxey thing, I think some calls that he still should be able to earn that he doesn't. And then I'm watching Barlow do that, and, I'm watching Walker with some oomph and some jam with the putback. I'm like, okay, I like that. Here we go. I like the way that brings some juice and energy to the guys on the bench. So, just fun, man. Fun. And I got to imagine, look, as bad as Embiid was, he's going to perform better by accident. And not only that, Grimes is going to have a better day. Oubre is going to have a better day. Oubre, to me, big picture has always been annoying, but he has games, right? So you're going to have a better Oubre game. And what does that bring to the table when it's one of those nights? Grimes is going to have a better shooting effort. He had one ugly, lazy turnover late, and I'm thinking, come on, man. The game is too tight for this. It's too close for this. I want to keep getting ourselves involved in this one, and there was a miscommunication on a cut to the basket. He throws the ball out of bounds to the right side of the court as it's traveling backwards towards half court. And I'm going, this is too slow. Come on, fellas. Now, of course, you're going to make mistakes with new teammates in game 1 of the season, but just letting you know how I was feeling in that specific moment. Unreal, though, man. It's cool to see the way the team got together and was dumping ice and dumping water all over VJ Edgecombe after the game was over. I don't want to downplay the 7 rebounds he had, 13 of 26. My man is rocking 40-something minutes, playing his heart out, taking 26 shots, knocking down 5 threes. You know what's serious about this whole thing, too? He never looked phased. He never looked overwhelmed. He never looked rushed. It felt and looked right the entire time. Not for 1 second did it look like, whoa, I'm in the NBA. Whoa, here's Jaylen Brown. Whoa, no. It's almost as if this guy couldn't have been more prepared to dominate. That doesn't happen accidentally. That doesn't happen by accident. You know what that tells me? This kid from day 1, the second he was drafted, no matter what uniform he was going to put on, That day, something clicked in his brain where he went to work, and every single practice, every open gym, every weight room training session, every stretch that he did, every gallon of water for hydration that he drank, everything he put in his body to fuel himself up, to make sure he was in shape and ready to go, everything was to do exactly that, and he knew he was going to do exactly that. That's not how it always is. Sometimes guys have to work themselves into it because it's hard. It's difficult. The Celtics are a damn good team. Forget all the noise surrounding the ownership and Tatum's injury and the Brown Tatum thing and Porzingis and the whole thing. That's a damn good NBA team. And whenever these two teams meet, there's always extra juice. Even if they want to pretend there isn't. There is. Allah said it best on the broadcast. Sometimes it's not even about the current players. It just stems back from anyone who's ever put on the uniform in the history of these two franchises. The second those logos match up, it's automatic hatred. So don't tell me the Celtics, just because they think of NBA championships, aren't ready to rock mentally to take on a rival on their home floor for NBA regular season game 1, maybe to even make a stance about who they're going to be this year, knowing that there's a lot of controversy and side stories about their ownership and management and roster. If anything, that's probably given them a little extra oomph to want to go out there and do something stronger, to put some of it to rest and prove that they still are X, Y, and Z. And here's VJ Edgecombe going, go fuck yourself. It's what he did, man. It's what he did. Oh, man. I don't know what's better, how great VJ Edgecombe played or my cannabis. What's that? That's right. Camden Apothecary, ladies and gentlemen, the best cannabis in the world. Philly fans, game day is stressful enough. Parking, traffic, long lines, we've all been there. But when it comes to your cannabis, Camden Apothecary makes it easy. And they are only 5 minutes over the bridge. This is the dispensary for sports fans, just minutes outside of Philly, with plenty of free parking. You'll be in and out fast, no hassle, no waiting, and they don't just care about convenience. Camden Apothecary is all about the guest experience. Their staff makes sure you feel taken care of every time you walk in. Plus, they carry only the best quality cannabis at the fairest prices. So whether you're stocking up for the tailgate, the watch party, or celebrating a big win, you know you're getting the good stuff without overpaying. They even show love to the community with specials for fans, students, service members, and healthcare pros. Camden Apothecary, top quality cannabis, great prices, and an experience made for Philly fans 21 and up. Tell them Brodes sent you for 10% off. That's right, baby. 10% off. Camden Apothecary. Make sure you check it out today. All right, why don't we read a couple of Anytime Hotline texts here? Let's go to Dom. Dom says here, unbelievable, Brodes. VJ Edgecombe's my favorite player. Jersey in the mail now. I can't stop watching the highlights. Screw Joel Embiid. It doesn't even look like he wants to participate. He looked like a Debbie Downer as always. Get him off the team. I'm ready to rock with all of the young kids. VJ Edgecombe, Jared McCain. Give me Tyrese Maxey, and let's rock. Go Sixers. I think that's harsh. I do. One, you know where we stand with this. And I just want to be honest with you. And it's day one. My opinions are going to change a lot as we get more games played. But, just hear me out. Try to remove the hatred towards Embiid for a second. I don't know what Paul George is. Okay, I don't have the highest expectations in the world. I think Embiid is better than this. I do think you have to figure out on a day-to-day basis what the knee is like due to all the damage, but I still think there's something good in Joel Embiid, and it just, when it looks bad, it looks bad. With him, when it's bad, yes, it looks like he doesn't care and this and that, but I don't think Joel Embiid doesn't care. If anything, I actually think his approach so far this season is the complete opposite. I think he's made a very conscious effort to prove to people how much he does care. But when he plays bad, it's a really rough experience. But if you can get this from Maxey, Edgecombe, Jared McCain when healthy, And then you got the role players, the Oubres and the Grimes and cats like that, right? What if you just get an average Paul George? Not a superstar Paul George, but an okay NBA veteran Paul George. Now, of course, they're going to be making more money than they actually contribute, and I guess we're falling right back into a Tobias Harris thing where it's an overpaid role. But if you're getting unbelievable value out of VJ Edgecombe, then does it counterbalance? And all I'm saying is, this is the roster, right? Forget who's getting paid what for a second. If you get an okay Paul George, and I don't think I'm just looking through Sixers lenses and Sixers glasses to get an okay Paul George. That's not a very high standard. Here's something. We normally think, can Embiid and Paul George make it easier for McCain, Edgecombe? Well, what if it happens in a unique way that we didn't necessarily see, but it works this way? Edgecombe makes it easier for Paul George at his age. Maxey makes it easier for Embiid at this state of his career, health-wise. McCain, the youth, the speed, the quickness, the up and down speed of the game, the athleticism. Maybe that makes it easier for these guys. VJ Edgecombe actually spacing the floor with shot ability. Maxey, shot creation. Instead of it being the max contract superstars making it easier for McCain and Edgecombe, it's the other way around. And I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out. But on day one, there's too much fun and excitement for me to just go straight into the Embiid blows, he sucks, screw Paul George, I hate everything about I want the Sixers to give me a product that's enjoyable. And I'm going to at least give them a chance to see what those two can do for me. I'm at least going to give them a chance. And was today a chance for Embiid? Yes, but it's also a game one. When, truth be told, what was the talk all offseason long? You're not going to see him. You're not going to see him. No one knows the timeline. No one has no clue. While the Sixers were tweeting pictures of him shooting. And then we go, well, hold on. If they're tweeting pictures, they can't be giving us a cock tease here. They got to know something. Then he plays a preseason game, but maybe they jumped too soon. It would be annoying that they already jumped too soon, knowing that they wanted to take the long approach here, but I don't know. Maybe Embiid wanted to give it a shot, and he realized, hey, it's not what I thought. Even though he did look good in that preseason game. And maybe it's one of those things where Boston just does stuff to annoy him so much, and he played right into that in his first game because he's not up to speed yet. I don't know. But I don't like that energy. I really appreciate the text message, Tom, but I don't like that energy. Not yet. I get it. Listen, if he looks like this 40 games into the season, then by all means. But at that point, again, if other guys are doing electric things and the team's winning and they're fun and it's enjoyable, it's just not enjoyable with him and it's enjoyable because of others. And I'm still going to try to enjoy. I got robbed of hoops. I got robbed of basketball. And at least for right now, I'm going to soak in the Sixers being back in a way that makes it fun. I can't wait for their next game. That's where we're at now. You know what I mean? All right, this is a no-name texter. Hey, Brodes, just saw your video that you tweeted on Twitter. Please, can you start dancing to the Sixers theme song again? I can't be doing that. Yeah, a long time ago, Luke, who was a listener of the program for a long time, tweeted at me a video of me dancing back when I lived at my mother-in-law's house with my then girlfriend, my now wife, and I took over my mother-in-law's studio where I had the painting in the background. I was dancing with the Ben Simmons jersey. I tweeted it out tonight. Now, I hope people understand that this is an old-time video. I got to imagine. I have less tattoos. I feel like I look a lot younger, less beard. The microphone setup is a blue snowball that's $50 from Best Buy. I got a yellow wallpaper in the background. I hope people, but no, listen. I enjoyed the Sixers dance videos and the dance songs and all that stuff, but we may have outgrown it. I know. At heart, I'm still a little kid. And it's in there somewhere. Maybe if they win an NBA championship. But until we get an NBA championship, maybe I'll just chill with that. You know what? That's going to do it here. I greatly appreciate everybody. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me. Sixers, huh? It's been quite some time. It was nice. It's refreshing. And we'll talk on the next one. Go Sixers, huh? What a world.